In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. The earth was without form and void, and darkness was on the face of the deep. And the Spirit of God was hovering over the face of the waters. Then God said,
"Let there be light."
That stuff is flat.
Okay, we're going to kill two birds with one stone in this one. We're going to go ahead and kind of give a demonstration where I'm addressing flatzoid, FE, and in general, most flat earthers. Okay, I found that a lot of flat earthers are two-dimensional thinkers, so let's at least show how that is. Anyway, flatzoid did a little diagram, or a little drawing, where he had a car, right? And the car was below the eye level of his construction worker.
That stuff is flat! Alright, this is going to be a quick one for Nathan Oakley, because he still doesn't seem to realise how if you don't change the angle for your angular resolution, that increasing the distance will allow for a larger viewing area. So, Nathan, this is the angle of the angular resolution for this person. If he's looking at an object at point 1, the left arrow, that is the small area that he will have trouble reconciling, is between the top line and the bottom line. If he then increases his distance from the same object, so that it is now at point 2, as you can see, it is almost twice the amount of area that he will have trouble reconciling objects in. So, distance, if you increase the distance, it increases the area of angular resolution without changing the angle. It's that simple. If you would like to learn about any more of reality, or the globe, because they both work very well together, yeah, just let me know. And, I don't know. Or just ignore it like you normally will. But I'm done, I'm getting back to my weekend now. Take care all, bye.
Okay, this was most probably the most stupidest thing I've ever heard. Dude, yes, this is a quick debunk of your idiotic claim. Top one, larger angle. Middle one, getting smaller as it's moving away. Third one, even getting smaller as it's moving away. And guess what angle is increasing? The viewer's angle from the ground towards the object. Guess what? Boom! You are just an ignoramus.
Anyway, and he's trying to illustrate that as things go off in the distance, the angular size of the object gets smaller, and somehow the distance from between here and however far creates some magical angle. It doesn't, but he seems to think that. Now, I'm using this recording my screen, as it were, and I have a manual camera on, and you can see the crosshairs. Okay, as you can see, I'm zoomed in 3.6 times. Now, here's the deal. This right, what you see over here. Now, I'm gonna treat this as a two-dimensional image. Fuck it. Okay. So right here at the back, right, looks like it's further up than here, right? This space right here looks like it's going up. It's not. Okay, I understand the concept whenever flat earthers are saying that the as things go off in distance, they appear to ramp up. It always appears to ramp up, and this is how you know you're dealing with a two-dimensional thinker. Is they think that this part is the bottom, this part up here is the top, or at least the middle. And of course, this is the top or whatever. Instead of angular size change over distance. Now, this ledge right here is a pretty prime example of how that would work. Okay? Because you can see, in reality, obviously, if I go along this ledge, right, to you, down at the end, it almost looks as if my hand is moving upward from the bottom of the screen towards the middle of the screen. It's not. Because you notice that my hand got smaller and smaller and smaller the further away it got. Okay? That's simple, easy to understand. Now, if I were to have my hand right about here, not touching the surface, it still does the same thing, right? It still reduces in size. And the same thing if I'm going above, right? It does that same thing, okay? It's not complex, all right? There's no special thing about the angles that go from the center point below and the angles that go center point and above. There's nothing, you know? Obviously, my hand didn't get cut off except when I got too far inward of the field of view. Now, the field of view has some things that would matter, of course, but right now I have it magnified by zooming in. All right? That means that the angles that occur from the middle down aren't any more special than the ones that are going from here up, or the ones that are going from the left or the right. There's nothing special about these at all. If I were to put my camera somewhere else in the same position without the ledge being here, the field of view would be the same. Okay? It doesn't change, right? It's roughly a 60-degree field of view all around. Now with humans it's a little different, but we'll get into that probably a little bit later. Anyway, so Flatzoid decided to do a little diagram, right? So here we have a car, just like the one he was showing. Now he placed it in 3 positions. We're going to go ahead and take it to 4. Okay? And you can see easily that, yes, the angle changes. This will get smaller, right? But technically, so is this. And so is he's right here. My hand will get smaller. Everything is going to be reduced in angular size. Okay? It doesn't create some special angle, right? Because without the car right here, when I take the car away, that's what you see. The fact that a car is there means nothing. Okay? There's no like somehow magical thread that links to the edge here, right? That doesn't link here into the camera, right? Right here. It doesn't. There's no thread that goes to here, okay, or to whatever. There's nothing, because the angles existed without this car being here. The angles would exist without the ledge being there. They would just exist because they do everywhere. Okay? Alright, so we're going to broom broom all the way right here. That's the first point. Now you notice that, of course, there was, well, technically the second point. This, it reduces in angular size. It just went scooting along, right? It didn't go up, right? I can take this away, and to you, to a two-dimensional thinker, this looks like it's going up. It's not. It's going out. Every angle is reducing as it goes. Every single angle. On here, me, it's just angular size change over distance. Right? Okay. Next location. I'm going to scoot along this time. Same thing. It reduced in angular size because it's further away. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. It didn't look like it was going up, because that would be strange to have the bottom of the vehicle go up, but that the roof that you're looking right across didn't move, right? It just skirts along like this. Nothing fancy. all the way over to the last point. And again, angular size change over distance, it looks smaller. But the ledge itself also looks smaller. This width here, and I can put my hand, you see where my hand fits, right? Same thing. Same thing. Obviously my fucking hand ain't shrinking. You know? Car away, put my hand in its place, and it really didn't change much. Right? It didn't, there's no, just as much as this right here, it just gets smaller. My hand is not moving up or downhill. No one ever says that, by the way. Nobody never says that shit looks like it's coming from the middle and working its way down. No flat earther says this. They always want to sit there and say that it goes from the bottom and it goes upward, which makes actually no sense when you think about it. So yeah, that's really it.
So there's nothing special about this to here. This section here doesn't create any kind of magical angle. The limited angle, whatever the fuck that's really supposed to be. Because again, if that were the case, then up here, above that that center point, that equidistant, wherever the hell it is, I can't see it, but that would do the same thing. Right? There's nothing different between the angles down here and the angles up here. Nothing. Right? The fact that this ledge is here means nothing. Right? Any more than the existence of the car does. So for the two-dimensional thinker, you have to understand that this is a three-dimensional world, and even though we're utilizing something that does record basically a two-dimensional image, yes, the image is two-dimensional, but it's of a three-dimensional space, which is why like video is so important, because it's not just a picture, it's you're able to interact with that three-dimensional space as someone can see it happening. Right? It's not very complicated.